How far back does this thing go? But far enough. It's got tracks. Yeah, that old mine smell. It's nice in here. This is pretty solid. Oh, and that's all she wrote.
Yep.
There's the working face. They even have a mucking sheet still sitting down there. Wow. I should go. It was a little ways. There's something at the bottom. Just a plastic bottle. Yep. The hour is late. We couldn't help ourselves. We just started climbing the mountain as we usually do. A lot of more normal, newer stuff. She goes back a ways. Oh, what was that? Garba dart? Really soft sand. Toy truck. Oh, what was that? Wait a minute. Toy truck. There's wind blowing down this. This breaks the surface. Oh yeah, it must go up and out. What is this thing? Barbecue toy again. Keeps going. Oh. Oh, this is cool. It's an old hoist. How far down were they going with this thing? Not too crazy far, but look at that. You can see the wear marks. Would have had a crank handle here and a guy cranking up buckets. Look at that.
That is cool. I've yet to find a completely intact windlass though, man.
Well, let's take a look. Maybe we'll find it around here. This thing goes. Man, right when you think it will quit. Backfilled. Oh my goodness, it keeps going. Oh, could be there. Got a raise. It keeps going. Back. God damn. Rule of rights. Okay, that one faces. That one faces. What is that? What the hell? Crazy looking creature. Fell from up there. wonder if that breaks the surface somehow. Upper workings. Is it a possum? It's got a sock around its neck. God, that's weird. There's Nick's coming on in. Check out this little square nail I found. Kind of neat. But we got this classifier here. It goes across. Got a little something there. It's very echoey. Lots of hard rock. And a ladder there. It continues down. Let's get out the old flashlight here. See if we can light it up. Oh yeah, it definitely goes down a little ways. Yeah, we got something.
Whoa.
So we thought this bad boy was going to go somewhere. It's just a pit that they were sinking. I figured it would connect up with the other workings over there, but it does not. Super narrow ladder to a regular ladder. You could tell they were using this for skip. Tons of mouse droppings everywhere. Fucking mice, I tell you what. There's Nick up there for scale.
Hello.
Hello. All right, up and out. Yeah. Here's another interesting one. Not sure what this is for. Piece of wood with tapers. Huh. Ooh. Check it out. This is for setting up dynamite charges and whatnot. So they put the spool right there and then pull out the cord as much as they need. Got a little stump here. Is that nailed in? Yeah. Wow. That's very cool. Anywho, similar mine style as that other one. Walking moon travelers. Fireworks. Wow, you can see Nick ahead. This thing really goes. Huh, full of grease. What'd you find?
Oh, it's a mine of wonders.
Mine of wonders?
Yes.
Wow, does it keep going?
for at least 1,000 feet.
Oh my goodness. It's definitely a wonder we made it this far. Oh goodness. Yep, back out into the next one. Little shaft over yonder. Over here. I don't know. I want to try it. Yeah, lower down, but look, they put a door. So they could open and close this like a skylight. We get natural light in. Keep the rain out. It's pretty nifty. There's a little land bridge here. Oh, she's slicker than snot. He's still filming. Oh, good thing nobody saw that. Shit. I'm good. I think I wounded my pride more than anything. Ooh. Okay, we got a little dip here. Ooh, they had a door with a little clasp. Looks like it got punched in. A locking mechanism here. That's pretty neat. I wonder if some rock fell down on it. Yeah, it's pretty beat up. So that's an old forged clasp. At least it's pretty old. Here's the end of like a grabbing hook. Oh, here's the rest of the hook. This would have been on there. Something like that. This is used for if you got a rope going down a shaft, you can hook it and pull it towards you without falling down the shaft. I wonder if they had a little blacksmith shop here. Maybe they had a little forge here.
Huh.
And so they'd open this up as venting. This looks like a little workshop.
Yeah, because one of those portable forges can fit right in there.
Yep. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of dark stuff in there. I wonder if that's coal. Let's see, vent ducting. Lots and lots of vent ducting. Oh, and that's it. So this is probably storage. Well, this is one spicy ceiling. Interesting. There's a strike plate. This is probably storage for that other shaft, or what they were doing to work that other shaft.
Yeah.
This is all that's left of it. So this is like a little workshop, basically, little house. Very cool. All right, so we were just about on our way out, and up in this little crack right there were these hand steels. This is an interesting one. This one's sort of got a flattened, like a shark head to it. Got a regular flat head bit. And this guy here, which, I don't know, maybe for getting in the tight spaces. Looks like it was something else originally. But yeah, very neat. You'll never know what you'll find. What was originally thunk to be a little prospect is actually, well, it doesn't go down too far.
That's the bottom.
But it looks like it spreads out.
There's a little stope running off this way, and there's a platform.
Yeah.
Stalls.
I don't know if it's coming out at all. It looks like it keeps going over that way.
Yeah, there's like a
An oil drum, and
anchor on the road right there. It goes
Yeah.
off, that way a bit, but
they sure opened this thing up.
interesting.
So, we got a little bit of a tram tower here. Another one over there. Nick just filmed this and gave a excellent description and understanding of how it works. So now it's my turn to give a crappier description and botch it all up. So, I believe, as I was told, it is a 2-cable system. First cable sits up top in like a sort of little V thing on that top plate, and that's the support cable. And the pull cable that actually pulls whatever you're trying to get, you know, sort of lays limp as it's being pulled depending on where the bucket is. And that's why you've got these V-shaped rollers to make sure that the cable falls back in the roller and doesn't, I don't know, drag across the rocks or whatnot, because that would be bad. You can also see over yonder the head frame. Well, the final head frame destination there. And it looks like it's servicing that little waste rock pile down there, so there should be something good. We're gonna make our way down there. Could have sworn that there was another tailings pile somewhere on this steep cliff face, but we can't find it to save our lives, so I guess we're just gonna have to make do. Hey, Nick?
Yeah, I'll have to make do.
Yep, gotta piss with the cock you got, eh? Here's a tower, one of the ones that had fallen over. Check out the base on this thing, man. They just stuck them in the earth like giant toothpicks. Some rough country. That guy's still standing. The wind's not helping. And over here, oh my goodness, what have they got? They've got an axle connected up to a drum, a hoist drum. Let's see if I can do this without eating it. Wow. So the buckets would come, they go across the towers, and then as they came into this spot here, you got these two boards sort of as like a runway for them to enter into. This is definitely a false floor. And here's where the engine would have sat that drove this thing. And then it would have had a V-belt coming off to drive this guy. Oh, does it still spin? Oh, it might still spin. Okay, Nick's gonna have to film me, but we're gonna spin this thing up. Also, I think I'm standing on a false floor over a deep shaft. Oh, no,
Hey,
no good, very
you
bad.
Hold your weight.
Oh, well, that'll make your butthole quench. Oh. Engine was there, double V-belt to this guy. We got a worm drive, which actually, this looks like a steering column. Yeah, this is a steering column off of something. We got a pillow block here that says seal something. Pillow block. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Double grease cups on this guy. Carefully go around. That is a deep shaft there, which has this giant platform slash false floor sitting over it. I'd prefer not to fall down. There's the whole mamma jamma. There's Nick for scale. It's not a huge thing. It's got a nice bucket catch there. And a little sheave wheel way up at the top. Some rail over here. Oh, this makes me nervous. Oh, that makes me nervous. Here's a little bit of rail. And let's see, this is what I was standing over. Wow. Yeah, that could have really sucked. Don't get excited, boys and girls. Pay attention to your surroundings. Don't be like us. Okay, so Nick and I were looking at this thing, and we've come to the realization of how it works. So, engine's spinning, right? And you can't stop an engine, but the engine's direct drive to that pulley there. So that pulley spins this worm drive here, which then spins this little drive shaft and spins your differential. So the beauty of differentials is that if one side has no torque on it, basically, it can just freewheel and all your power will go to that side, essentially. So when they're trying to pull stuff up from the bottom as a soft start, they got two brake levers here. This brake brakes that wheel, as you can see, and it's got a catch to hold. And then this side's just got like a regular on-off brake. So let's say the bucket is at the bottom of the shaft, right? So what you do is you'd release this brake because it's already at the bottom of the shaft, and the engine's spinning, but it's not pulling up the bucket because this side is just spinning because there's no load on this side. So he would come over here, he'd pull up on this guy, which would stop this side, transfer the torque over to the drum, and start hoisting up that barrel of ore or whatever's in it. When it got to the top, what he'd then have to do, and this would be a little bit of depending on the system, might even have a little bit of momentum, so it's not too hard to do. He would then have to apply this brake, which would hold, and release this brake here, so that the it would slow as it got to the top and then stop here essentially. So it's an incredible system, and it's genius because it requires no clutch. It's just brakes and transfer of torque from one side to the other as needed. And on the way down, to let it go down, this side would just be freewheeling. You could probably just release this brake and let that one go backwards and slowly ease it down using this other brake. So it's a wild system. And it's all home built. Another thing of note is that the cable coming off the drum would likely have not gone straight down the shaft. It would go up to the sheave wheel and then down. So when he's pulling stuff up, he'd have, it's probably not a huge drum, but he has the space between the bucket catch there and the top to actually stop it before, it slams into the sheave wheel and he's in trouble. Really neat. That would be cool to go down. So as Nick was saying, it's got a standard bucket catch, and the tram system isn't going to go into this guy because this is just wood and not super strong. It would have probably gone over here-ish, or I'm thinking right into that thing there was probably the last tram tower. So when the bucket came up, it would dump right here, and they probably had a chute, which is what all this leftover stuff is, that would have run down and filled up buckets, and then they'd haul them way up to the top. Very cool. So we're coming up over the hill and trying to make our way back to the truck, which is over near the head frame in the distance. And look at this bad boy. It's an engine. Looks like a straight 6. It's been set up, I would wager, should probably run a compressor. Look at this, flat belt. It's also got a tensioner that doesn't really tension. Wow. Does it spin? It spins a little bit. Yo, put some gas in this baby. Let's go. Look at this. There's first. Come on, give me second. There's second. There's third. Fourth. That's all you get. It's a 4-speed. It's probably reverse. So it might even be 3-speed. Wow. This thing, drive shaft still got some play in it. Here's our speedometer cable. Speedometer is kaput. We got choke. We got second choke. Here's our gauge cluster. This is out of a GM. You can tell because there's a GM there. But also, this is a GM, I believe, style gauge cluster here. Look at all the modifications that have been made. Wow, some interesting jammas. Got a carburetor. Wow, look at this. Carburetor's still on. That's impressive. Look at this glass from the gauge cluster, maybe? No, that's from something else. Who knows? Champion spark plugs. Fan still spins. The radiator has been lost. Well, no, not quite lost. There's another radiator. That's not the original radiator. The original appears to have been lost to time. What else we got going on here? So we got the original engine mounts. Del Rey. Wow. There's the block number in case somebody's got the matching frame that's missing an engine. Well, this is probably the original engine. Let's see, this is block number 399080. This is chassis F101184. Yeah, if somebody's missing an engine for their chassis, this is where it is. Good luck getting it out of here. It's like, holy shit. This is really cool. Still got the throttle. Oh, no, this must be clutch. Yeah, that's still clutch. Mechanical clutch. And this is, what's this guy? Oh, this is starter. Starter gauge. Yep, there's the starter gauge. There's a gauge. What a thing. That's wild. To ride these babies for miles.
Second gear. Third gear. Alright, we're in top speed, baby.
She handles like a dream.
Oh, but if I reach the clutch, I think I need to move the seat forward.
Oh, that's fantastic. Slammer. Yeah. Yo, show the starter. Show the starter.
Yeah. I have to stand like Fred Flintstone.
Yeah. Abba-dabba-doo.
So you engage this lever forward, which actually pushes the starter motor gear into the flywheel. And then it also connects a switch here, which runs the actual starter motor.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's cool.
That is really neat. This is very cool. This is an awesome find. This made my day. So initially we presumed that this was running a air compressor, but we didn't know for certain until looking over here, you can see the positive imprint left from a riveted air compressor tank, which would have sat across here. They use these two rocks as sort of supports. So I'd be willing to guarantee a compressor must have sat on this footing here.